Yo, welcome to the podcast for champions with your host and co-host, Brian Poole, Roger Thomas. Roger, tell the people what's up.
What's up, people, man? We got a great show for you tonight. I'm telling you, man, we got great stuff we're going to cover tonight, man. Just stay tuned. Keep following us. We're dropping bangers.
We're dropping bangers, man. Like tonight on this episode, we're going to be covering WWE, of course, AEW news and results from Dynamite. Also going to be covering NXT's two-night pay-per-view. Part 1 is going to be on the USA. Part 2 is going to be on Peacock. And also the same week, that weekend, WrestleMania. Part 1 on Saturday night, part 2 on Sunday night, exclusively on Peacock. Also going to be covering some NBA with a lot going on, including my Lakers. Finally got a big man. We'll talk about that in a few. Big trades that happened. Who got the best out the trade? Who do I see, me and Roger see, making a huge push in the playoffs? Maybe getting a ring, depending on how injuries fall and lineups and matchups and stuff play out. And we're also going to be talking about the NFL, the latest on Watson's allegations, and do we believe maybe Watson is doing this to get out of Houston, or is it real? But we're going to go ahead and cover the very first. And first thing we're going to cover 2 weeks ago was WWE Fastlane. And Roger's favorite wrestler returned with the ugliest mask in the world, but I love it. Mr. Bray Wyatt, the Fiend.
Yes.
Roger, what are your thoughts on that whole pay-per-view?
It's an okay show. It won't but two good matches on the show. And that was Daniel Bryan and Roman Reigns and Randy Orton and Alexa Bliss. Other than that, I wouldn't even call it an average show. I call it below average.
I think this, honestly, we're looking at the match card. We had Riddle and Mustafa Ali almost fought for about 10 minutes. Decent match. Reckoning and Slapjack pretty much left. What's that stable called again? What's Mustafa Ali's stable?
You got Reckoning. You got
the stable. What was it called? Retribution. Retribution.
The stable.
That's what
Retribution.
Yeah, they already broke up. So I don't know what's next with Mustafa Ali. Hopefully, I don't think that group should have started in the first place. Like, I don't know if you noticed, but T-Bar's hair started growing back. So I guess he's coming back as Dominic.
Dominic Kovic.
Yeah, Kovic, yeah. And I would love that because I think he's a great wrestler. And I don't think
he's a great talent. He's a great talent.
Absolutely. And he's great on the mic. I don't think they should have put him in that predicament. And if they did, I think, like, I know there was rumors CM Punk should have been on the man in Retribution. Because if you think about it, when CM Punk was the man for, Nexus and even Wade Barrett, they pushed some top stars, but I go more for CM Punk's Nexus because Bray Wyatt was a part of it, and he's a big star right now.
Yeah.
And with Wade Barrett, you had Daniel Bryan, he was part of Nexus, and then he's a big thing. So I just don't see why, Mustafa Ali out of all people. I feel like it should have been a bigger face, like even if it was Christian or something, somebody that's actually pretty good on the mic. I think it would have hit off better than Mustafa Ali and, this push that he's been getting.
Yeah.
But overall, Mustafa Ali is a great wrestler. I just don't think he should have been put in a predicament. Hey, you got a stable. Like, okay, who's in this group? Me and him. She don't need to be in a group. I'm not too familiar.
She's a good wrestler by herself.
Absolutely, yeah. And that's what's, and even Mace, like I'm like, fuck is he? But anyways, Riddle won that match. The Nia Jax match. I mean, I don't see why they had that match, because I say two things are gonna happen. Sasha Banks and Belair is gonna win the belts, and then they're gonna lose the belts the next night on Raw. Or they were just gonna collapse, and they did. It was just a waste. Big E and Apollo Crews. Big E has beat him in like less than 6 minutes. That was useless.
I like Apollo Crews' whole gimmick though.
I love his gimmick because he finally has something. More. Instead of just throwing him in there like a jobber to get squashed. So now they actually making a character out of him, and I'm like, I love this. WWE has not made characters, and that's why their product is drowning. You got to have
going downhill.
If you're not going to have creative names with these wrestlers, at least give them a gimmick that's going to work.
Right.
And and then Braun Strowman and Alliance, I don't see why that match was useless. Seth Rollins and Shinsuke, it was okay, but the match just happened again on SmackDown this past Friday.
Seth Rollins deserves better than what he get.
I don't know why they got rid of his, I guess, Christian theme and whatever. He went back to burn it. Why are you going back to burn it down? Like, we've had this other theme for a year. I love that one. The Messiah. And now you going back to burn it down. I'm like, come on, man. I was falling in love with Seth Rollins. And then when he came back with the burning down, I'm like, it's old, bro. It's old. I ain't feeling that no more. I ain't feeling it.
Oh man.
That match was all right. But I know you said there was only 2 good matches. I thought the Drew McIntyre and Sheamus was pretty good. Because I mean they had I
forgot about that one. I forgot about that going down. But I do not agree putting McIntyre in the main event at WrestleMania. Hate it.
Why is that?
It should be Sheamus and McIntyre last man standing at WrestleMania. That whole thing's not done.
Yeah, okay. If that was to happen, then who would Lashley fight at Mania then? Because there's not too many good choices left on Raw.
It's not. You're right. But I mean,
and that's unless you bringing in a part timer. But we don't want to see that no more. Like that's going back to 4 years of WrestleMania straight with part timers. We don't want that no more. Like we're on a clean slate with seeing full time wrestlers. Like Edge is now a full time wrestler, believe it or not. And we want to see full time work. So that would make Lashley we wanted to see Lashley and Lesnar for the longest time. Maybe people don't want to see that no more. Maybe we want to see Lashley have an actual fight, actual main event slot at Mania, because he's never had it before. You finally putting the belt on him.
I can see where you're coming from.
Yeah. So I'm guessing from what I've seen, it's still up in the air whether they want to make Lashley and McIntyre the main event of WrestleMania or Sasha Banks and Belair. Either way, it's good for me because we haven't seen a black main event in a long time. Especially, I think this is Sasha's very first main event at WrestleMania. Like, I don't think she ever had a WrestleMania match. No. This is her first one. This is her first main event match.
No, before it was Becky, Ronda, and Charlotte. Charlotte always in there.
Yeah.
So this will be Sasha's first.
I'm gonna talk about that one too when we get to talking about Mania. But I think that the Sheamus and Drew McIntyre match was good. It was so good to the point I'm thinking this should have been at Mania. Like, if you're gonna do this should have been at Mania. Don't do this right there at Fastlane. So that's why I feel like Fastlane shouldn't be worth it. Like WrestleMania. Well, okay, we'll go back. Survivor Series was awesome. SummerSlam last year, awesome. WrestleMania last year, it'd have been good if it had a crowd. Royal Rumble last year, best Royal Rumble I've seen in years. This past Royal Rumble was good. It was good. Seen some shockers in there and stuff. It was awesome. Mania is good. So I feel like WWE focuses more on their main 4 pay-per-views. They give. I feel like Drew McIntyre and Sheamus match should have been Mania. Because of, it was a no holds barred match, and they went at it. Especially that quote with, I don't know if you heard, but with Soulja Boy and Randy Orton going at each other on Twitter, and he pretty much said, "Bro, wrestling fake as fuck," and it pissed Randy Orton off. And they end up showing him results like, "Nah, the wrestling is real, man. Like." The pain and stuff our bodies go through just to entertain the fans is real. Now the storylines and all that's fake.
Yeah.
I feel like that match should have been at Mania though. Just by you got 2 great talents. Now Sheamus don't even have a match for Mania.
That's what I'm saying. Like the storyline is too good just for the
maybe
discontinue it like that.
But here's my thing though. If McIntyre ends up beating Lashley at Mania,
I hope not.
I hope not neither. But this is why I think it might happen. They didn't have no fans last year in Mania. They, like you said in the episode before, they want to see the crowd's reaction. McIntyre want that crowd reaction to him winning the belt. That's going to be the only thing that's going to piss me off because it didn't have fans last year. We already know Edge is going to win. That's why Daniel Bryan's thrown in the picture. Edge is going to win. He's going to pin Daniel Bryan so it makes Reigns still look strong. It makes Edge.
I can see that. Yeah, I got you. I got you.
That's why Roman Reigns was pissed because he doesn't have to be pinned to lose the belt. So that's how I see it. And that's why I think
maybe Sheamus will interfere in that match.
No, I don't think so. I don't think so.
You don't think so?
Nope. He ain't got no purpose. If McIntyre wins, because here's the thing: if McIntyre wins, he got a chance to go against his friend because he know McIntyre not gonna turn down no fight. Sheamus could call him out like, hey, I want a shot at the WWE Championship on Monday Night Raw tonight. McIntyre be like, oh yeah, you want it, you got it. And and he gets what he wants. When it comes to Lashley,
that's true.
Lashley not gonna do that because he's still face / heel, whatever. I still don't know what his situation is. Like 1 week he comes out as a face and the next week comes out as a heel. I don't know.
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
But overall, Reigns won the match to still main event Mania. And Alexa Bliss and Randy Orton match was funny. It was creative and funny. It wasn't a good match, but it was definitely enjoyable.
A lot of special effects in it, but
whole lot. And then the fact that they both finally get in the ring, and all of a sudden I see the ring start getting cut up, and I just see a hand. I said, "Oh, it's the Fiend." And he comes out, face all messed up. The only thing I seen on Reddit and Twitter was people were like, "Oh my God, I hope because the Fiend is back and he's gonna have a match with Orton, they don't have that light issue they had with the Fiend at first, where the light was all red through the whole match." That's the only thing people hoping that won't happen. I'm like, I hope not neither. But you never know. Vince might think, this is some good shit. Let me just do some creativity to it. They're like, no, don't do that. Don't do that. People do not want to see that. They don't want to see the.
I want to see what that outfit look. I want to see what the outfit look like in light. Like,
yeah, I want to see it look good. But I talked with Pat the other night when he was talking about the Fiend. He said he's seen where it might not actually be Bray Wyatt.
I've seen that too, but the proof is it's Bray. It's Bray.
Oh, it's Bray. Okay.
Not doubt it. It's Bray. Yeah.
You know they brothers in real life, him and Bo Dallas.
Yeah.
So I thought that maybe
I think Bo will come in
later. As that Fiend, and then the other Fiend comes back and it'd be like real ugly and be like, oh shit.
Yeah. He lost a lot of weight though. I seen that.
Yeah, that's why I think people were speculating like, is this really Bray Wyatt or is just Bo Dallas playing as him to make the storyline even more crazy? You know, I think Randy Orton's going to eventually join. I think somehow he's going to end up joining or saving the Fiend. Like if Fiend fights him, well, of course Fiend's fighting him at Mania, but I think if Fiend fucks him up, like messes up Orton, I think Orton will come back probably like Money in the Bank or SummerSlam. He might have a mask or something crazy.
Yeah.
And then they'll just have that type of family, and you know, people just wreck shit.
A lot of people don't notice that Alexa's actually controlling him now, and him not controlling her. If you pay attention.
Why you say that? I thought they were
because of the whole
one people
with the Pandora box and everything. When he popped up, when it popped up in the Pandora box, he popped up.
Well, remember he was controlling her, so he's
that's what I say. It flipped now. No. She's controlling him now. You gotta look at it. You gotta look at it in perspective. She summoned him to come back. So,
okay,
it's an interesting twist. It's an interesting twist to it.
This must gave them full control.
Notice that she's in the Yeah. Had to. That's the only way it would work.
Hey man, because Vince would have messed it up by now. He'd added like Lashley in it or Bray Wyatt sleeping with his sister or something like what? Now I thought this would be some good shit.
Yeah,
messed it up. But anyway, so overall, I give Fastlane about a 5. I just think it's just an average pay-per-view to kind of just like Elimination Chamber, just to get you ready for Mania. Mania just gonna blow you out your seats. So my thoughts on Mania so far: we got, as we said earlier, Sasha Banks versus Belair for the SmackDown Women's Championship. Got Bobby Lashley, versus McIntyre for the WWE Championship, with Cedric Alexander and Shelton Benjamin banned from ringside. Got Bad Bunny versus Miz, New Day versus
stupid
AJ Styles and Omos,
and
Strowman versus Shane, Cesaro versus Rollins. They announced that last Friday night. Reigns, Edge, and Daniel Bryan for the Universal Championship. Asuka versus Rhea Ripley, The Fiend versus Orton, Big E versus Apollo Crews, and a rivalry renewed, which is awesome. And I love when these two fight, even back in NXT and WWE product. Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn. What are your thoughts on all those matches? Which one that you think is the weakest match? Which one are you looking more interested in seeing? Of course, I know is The Fiend, but what are your thoughts on these two WrestleManias, 2 different nights, this 2 weeks?
I don't like the 2-night thing. I just don't. I mean, but the weakest match has to be Rhea Ripley and Asuka, because Asuka, she's not a strong character like she was when she first came in, and of course Rhea Ripley's gonna win because she just started. So
I think this match. Here's my thing on it. Okay, Asuka fought Charlotte a few years ago. Asuka was undefeated. She won the Royal Rumble.
Yeah.
She was supposed to win and beat Charlotte. That shit didn't happen and ruined her undefeated streak. She was nothing after that. She changed her whole character into this, mask with the green eyes and stuff like that, or whatever, or green teardrops. She used to spit mist in people's face. She don't do that no more. Rhea Ripley, I think they just threw her out there. To rebuild her character, because if you notice, she had a different character when she fought Charlotte last year WrestleMania. She lost her NXT Women's Championship. She went back to NXT. She became like this dark soul badass, like black lipstick, everything, like kind of like a rock star look. And I don't know. She hasn't really been able. To me, she hasn't really been able to redeem herself after that. Like she fought Io Shirai on NXT. She fought Belair. She fought Mercedes. She fought Dakota Kai, Tony Storm. Like all these girls she's fought. But I feel like she's still missing what she had at first. So her fighting Asuka, that's gonna be a great match. But I don't think she should win the belt. I don't think she should win the belt. I don't think she should win the belt.
She gonna win the belt. And the strongest match it has to be Edge, Daniel Bryan, and Roman Reigns.
I think Edge is gonna get jumped. I think Roman Reigns and Daniel Bryan, either Roman Reigns and Daniel Bryan are gonna work together and beat the hell out of Edge. I don't know how long. I don't know how long Edge can have a match, because I know with him and Orton, I think they went like over 40 minutes or close to an hour when they fought. So, and most of that time match, they were just walking and punching.
Right.
I don't know how long Edge can have a long match. I don't know if he's going to be like Goldberg. Goldberg can't have a match past 10 minutes. So I don't know if they're going to destroy Edge, put him Edge through like 2 tables, whatever, and then have Roman Reigns and Daniel Bryan go at it. And then all of a sudden, Edge is going to come in there and give both of them spears and whoop ass and then pin Daniel Bryan. I don't think he's going to pin Roman Reigns. And Edge wins the belt. Or if Roman Reigns wins, he doesn't pin Edge. He pins Daniel Bryan. It makes Edge look strong and weak at the same time, but it builds Roman Reigns' character even more because he's a heel.
Either way, Daniel Bryan getting pinned. Let's put it like that.
If you look at history, anytime it's been a triple threat main event, the person that comes in as a champion loses. And they're the ones that don't get pinned. Mm-hmm. Except for when Benoit and Triple H and Michaels at WrestleMania 20. Benoit made Triple H tap. Triple H was a champ. Yeah. But I think all the other ones, like even I think Randy Orton came in as champ at WrestleMania 30, and Daniel Bryan made Batista tap. Yeah. So I think Edge might got this. Just depends on how Daniel Bryan and Roman Reigns work things out, and so make Edge look strong. I think because Edge told in a documentary that if he was able to come back to wrestle, he wanted to work with AJ Styles. He wanted to work with Seth Rollins. He really wanted to work with Daniel Bryan, Roman Reigns, most of the top stars in WWE. He really wanted to work with. So I felt like Edge, like, look, he might say, I don't even want to win the championship. I just want to fight at WrestleMania against these two talents at the same time. Right. So that could happen also. And you'll hear a documentary of Edge coming back, and he'll say, like, I wanted to work with those two talents because they're the two top best talents in WWE right now. I want to work with both of them. So probably when they threw the idea was, hey, I mean, throwing Daniel Bryan in the match. Hey, let's do it.
I like it.
But either Edge or Reigns are gonna win. But whoever wins, they're gonna pick Daniel Bryan, of course. And like I said, it makes it strong. It makes the other characters strong because they weren't pinned, and then they'll just build a true rival between them two. Because Daniel Bryan will be done after that. and then it'll just be Edge and Reigns all the way up to
Yep.
SummerSlam, the way they build it up or so.
Facts.
I think the weakest match to me would have to be Strowman and Shane.
You know, Shane always put on a good show though.
Shane does, and he puts his body through whatever. He'll do whatever he can. I just feel like it's weak. It kind of reminds me when Shane and Show went at it, Big Show, when they went at it. I think it's gonna be a lot of funny and comedy in it. No, I'll take that back. That's not gonna be the weakest match. Bad Bunny and The Miz. I think that's gonna be the weakest match on the card. The Miz deserves better. This man was WWE champion for a day and lost the championship in a day. Within 24 hours, he lost the belt. And now he had his rematch.
Oh, man.
He lost. So he's in the back of the line, but now he's gonna be fighting Bad Bunny. I'd rather see The Miz and Morrison going in.
Yeah.
Like I was hoping that Miz would be so pissed off at Morris that he lost the belt. And like, I want to fight you at Mania because of that.
It would be a good match. I'd rather
see. But you got Miz fighting Bad Bunny. It's just like, but I think Miz was falling in Jericho's shoes. Just like that year, I don't know if you remember, it was WrestleMania 25 when Jericho fought those three legends, and then that guy that played in The Wrestler, that movie. Mickey Rourke, I think his name was.
Yeah.
Road. But he fought him, and I feel like that's what Jericho, The Miz is idolizing, and he's following in Jericho's shoes because Jericho did that. Fight celebrities. In The Miz, he always talks about Miz and Mrs. He talks about, he wins movies and stuff. Now he's trying to do this little music rap thing or whatever. Guess what? Bad Bunny's a Mexican rapper. So
yeah,
it's just I think that should be on the pre-show. Do not put that on the main show of WrestleMania. Put it on the pre-show and put. Let me see. I'm pretty sure Dolph Ziggler gonna have a match. Put his ass on there too. Him and Roode. Street Profits deserve to be on WrestleMania. I don't want them being on. Because if I'm looking at the matches, you got 6 matches for night 1 and only 5 for night 2. So it's gonna be some more matches added on. I know you said you don't like the 2 nights. I don't either. But I feel like it's good if everybody gets 13 minutes or longer matches. I don't want to see like Strowman and Shane match ends in like 2 minutes, or The Miz and Bad Bunny match ends in like 3 minutes. Like if you're gonna put these moves on WrestleMania, make the match go longer than 10 minutes.
Facts.
No squashes. And I think it's good because then not because you want your top wrestlers, your favorite wrestlers, everybody on the WrestleMania card. That's the whole point of WrestleMania. Like you work your ass off for 1 year to become a top star. So when you get on WrestleMania, it elevates your career. Win or loss, championship or not. You put on a good ass match at WrestleMania, you will be remembered.
Facts.
Yeah. But so we'll go to NXT now. Well, hold on. Before we go to NXT, what's your predictions on these matches? Because I know the next time we have our podcast, WrestleMania will be here. So who you got for Banks and Belair?
Banks and Belair? Belair.
You think it's Belair's time? Or you think Banks will win? Because that's the thing, man. Like Mania, not every time you win the Royal Rumble, you win the championship. Look at Shinsuke Nakamura.
Belair for sure.
I'm gonna go with Banks. If their main event, main event in WrestleMania, I got Banks winning. Because she been there and she worked her ass off. I think next pay-per-view, hey, Bella, you can have it. But I think they're gonna have a classic. I think Banks is gonna win. Lashley and McIntyre.
Lashley.
The Almighty. I'm going with Lashley too.
He got to dominate. He has to dominate.
And then they got Alexander and Benjamin banned from ringside. Like that just makes it even better. So if Lashley do win, it makes his character even stronger. It makes the whole Hurt business legit. That this is what you built this man for. This is him winning a championship. This is amazing. That's what I want to see. Don't have this motherfucker lose and then you're like, oh, well, I'll give it back to him next month. Because then it's like the Hurt business is done. Like you got something good build up for it.
Yeah,
really good. Bad Bunny versus The Miz.
I'm gonna say Bad Bunny.
I think Damian Priest is gonna get involved and do something crazy to where The Miz actually loses, and then everybody's gonna pick at The Miz. Well, hey, at least I didn't lose to Bad Bunny.
Facts.
Who do you got between the New Day, Almost, and AJ Styles? This is Almost.
AJ Styles and Almost.
Yeah, this is Almost's debut, but New Day try to flip the switch on Almost so he can turn his back on AJ Styles, which was pretty funny. He's talking about his favorite ice cream, his favorite wrestler, and all that. I don't know what to expect from Almost, but I think Kofi and Xavier are gonna make something creative out of it to where they gotta get this big motherfucker down. Because I think he hit him with a Trouble in Paradise. He's just gonna stare at it like, this shit don't bother me. Hopefully he's surprising me like
Shaq. They go bounce off.
Hopefully he does something creative, like what Shaq did in AEW. Like I'm ready to see. I mean, because he's been training. From what I heard, he's been training. So it'd be dope to see how he do that guy in his physique. So tall. Strowman and Shane.
Strowman.
I got Shane.
Hold
on. What's Shane's record against wrestlers at WrestleMania? Don't he win some of them?
It's not too good. I know that.
I'm going with Shane. I'm going with the underdog. Shane will find a way to win. Cesaro and Seth Rollins. I think that's gonna be a real good classic. I'm going with Cesaro.
Cesaro.
He needs that.
Seth Rollins.
He needs that push.
Seth Rollins. Got to go.
Roger going with Seth. All right, so that's the end of night one. Night two. Reigns, Edge, and Daniel Bryan.
The head of the table, man. Head of the table. I think the other Uso gonna get involved. That's what I think.
I'm going with Edge. I think Edge is gonna sneak in there and win somehow, and Daniel Bryan will be the one to get pinned. You said you going for Ripley to beat Asuka. I think it'll happen too. Asuka had that belt for too long. Of course, you're going for the Fiend. I'm going for the Fiend also. Because their match at WrestleMania 32, 33, 32 or 30.
It was 33.
33.
Yeah.
Their match was for the WWE Championship, and it was okay. It could have been a lot better. And I think this go around this time, and then them having a crowd there also, I think that match is going to actually be good. So I'm going with the Fiend also. Big E and Apollo Crews, I'm going with Crews.
I'm going with Crews too.
Because Big E been whooping his ass, and SmackDown said something very interesting last Friday. They said, Crews hasn't pinned Big E except for in that tag match. And Crews looks legit. I think he gonna beat Big E this time. I think that show gonna probably be on the pre-show. Just because it's
I don't think they gonna have any matches on the pre-show.
I hope they don't. Put it all on the damn pay-per-view, man. That's what people pay for Peacock for. I don't want to see no pre-show. If you're gonna talk about your predictions and stuff like that, Booker T and stuff, that's fine. Don't put it on the pre-show. Make everybody work their ass off for a whole year. Some came back from injuries. Some, had a decent career, going into Mania. Just put them all on the pre-show. I mean, all on the actual pay-per-view.
Facts.
And like I said, my two favorite when they go at it, Kevin Owens is saying, I'm going for Owens, man. Stun the world.
Fight Owens, fight. Let's go.
Fight Owens, fight. All right. So me and Roger got our Mania out the way. We're gonna go ahead and switch to the NXT takeovers. Night one, we got Io Shirai versus Raquel Gonzalez. That thing. Who you got?
Which one?
You got Io Shirai or Raquel? That's the girl that be standing with Dakota Kai.
Yeah, I know you're talking about.
I think Io Shirai is gonna win. I think Dakota Kai is gonna turn on her because she feel like it's her time.
Yeah, I go with Io Shirai. I love Io Shirai.
I'm not gonna talk about that tag match because I really don't care for that. But anyways, for the people that are listening, it's MSK, Wesley, and Nash Carter versus the Grizzly Young Veterans, who was James Drake and Zach Gibson versus Legado del Samina. I think Legado is probably gonna win that.
Yeah,
that's for the NXT Tag Team Championship Triple Threat Tag Team. You got a 6-man gauntlet eliminator match. There's gonna be a lot of names in that match, but the winner of that will face Johnny Gargano for the NXT North American Championship on night 2.
Johnny Takeover.
And they ain't got the participants there. He said to be determined, but I already know who it is, but it's just a lot of names I don't want to miss out. I know Pete Dunne is one of them.
Yeah.
And crap. That little black dude that won, he was all right. He beat Gargano the very first night and took his belt. But anyway,
I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, but I would love to see. I don't care who wins that. Even my boy Bronson Reed, my idolized big man, light skinned big man.
Yeah.
I would love to see him or Cameron Grimes from North Carolina.
Cameron Grimes.
And money.
Yep. A big tail, Cameron Grimes.
He is funny as hell, and he represented North Carolina.
Yep.
So, any of them names I said, I would love to see them against Johnny Takeover. Walter from NXT UK is going to be fighting in NXT Takeover Stand and Deliver. He's fighting Tommaso Ciampa. That's going to be a banging ass match. Who you got? I'm going with Walter.
Yeah, I'm going with Walter too. The Imperium.
Triple H been trying to get that boy to come to NXT for the longest time. He's finally over here. Yeah. All right. So night 2, we got Finn Balor versus Karrion Kross. Fall and pray. I'm going with Karrion Kross because he never lost the belt.
No. The Prince.
No. He's going to
always been
the Prince.
I always been a Finn Balor fan. I got to go with the Prince.
Yeah. But it ain't like he coming in as Demon Finn Balor. No, he coming in Demon Finn Balor. We got a problem. But Bray Wyatt took care of that. So
I think he made a hit to it.
Yeah, he did.
He made a hit to it. So,
but if he do, that'd be big though, for real. That'd be so big. Especially, they're gonna have fans for that, or they're gonna have like the same thing they have, but that'll still be dope. You got Adam Cole, baby, versus Kyle O'Reilly in an unsanctioned match. I'm going with Adam Cole.
Kyle O'Reilly.
I don't think it's
I'm going with
Kyle O'Reilly's
O'Reilly.
time just yet. I knew that was gonna be. I knew they were building up to something soon, man. I just knew it because when Kyle O'Reilly got that shot at the NXT Championship, and he almost beat Finn Balor. Adam Cole just had this look like it should be.
Yep.
It should be me, motherfucker. It should be me, boy.
Yep.
He kicked his ass. Yeah, I was like, yep, that's it. No more undisputed era.
Yep.
Anyway, Johnny Gargano's supposed to be fighting whoever wins that Gauntlet Eliminator match from night one. And then you got Jordan Devlin, who was the NXT champion, NXT Cruiserweight champion before the pandemic occurred, and he had to go back overseas to the UK. He's gonna be fighting the interim NXT Cruiserweight champion, Centenos Escobar. Escobar's a big ass dude for a cruiserweight. I will give you that. But I'm
going with Devlin though.
I'm going with Devlin also.
Yeah,
they're not gonna fly this man all the way
Devlin.
across the seas just to lose his belt. And he been in NXT for so long. But even if Santos win, like I wouldn't be upset about it. I mean, because he's pretty good in the ring, great on the mic. Kind of reminds me of my boy at Andrade. That's what he kind of reminds me of.
Yeah.
So that's before we switch over. So AEW. I don't know if you caught up, but MJF is not part of the Inner Circle now. And he made his own Inner Circle called the Pinnacle.
Yeah.
What's your thoughts on that, man? To me, it looked like a bunch of WWE players that didn't get the shine, and now they over there about to do it big.
I like it. I like it a lot. It gives some options to go to now, besides Jericho and the Inner Circle. I mean, could be a big feud.
Oh, it's gonna
could be. I don't know where they're gonna go with. I don't know where they're gonna go with it, but
I don't know.
I like it. I do like it.
I don't know if you noticed in AEW, but they create a lot of factions. Like you got
they do.
Pinnacle, Inner Circle, was it American Nightmare? Yeah, them with and the Gun Club is with them. You got the Dark Order. You got what's the other group? Money Matt Hardy brand or whatever he calls his. He got that.
Yeah.
And you also got
the Lucha Brothers.
The Lucha Bros and with Pac, the Best Friends. What's that other one? What's that other one?
You talking about the one with Taz in?
Yeah, Team Taz. That's what I mean. Yeah. Like you got all these factions. That's what wrestling is about.
But WCW did the same thing though.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like we had NWO, you had Wolfpack NWO, you had LWO. You had the Radicals. You had
the Four Horsemen.
I feel like when you have factions, people remember you that way than compared to being in the singles run.
Yeah.
I mean, you think about old WWE, you had the Nation of Domination. You had DX. You had
the Heart Foundation. You had so many, man.
Heart Foundation. Yeah. You had the Ministry of Darkness. Like, I feel like WWE stepped away from that.
Yep.
And they focus on these little tag teams that, they're okay. But you need to create a stable. Like, I feel like the last great stable WWE had that was legit and ran for a while was Evolution.
Yep, that's it.
And then when Triple H and Michaels came back with DX, it was like, well, y'all kind of did y'all run. Y'all know y'all doing this for merch and stuff. But the last great big group was Evolution.
Yep. Give me like 2 minutes. I got to get my charger real quick. I forgot to get it.
Pause. Okay, back. So what are your thoughts on NXT? I don't know if you heard, but NXT was moving to Tuesday nights starting after WrestleMania. We get the product a day early.
NXT is going to kill themselves by doing that.
No. I think they have accepted the fact that AEW been kicking their ass. So
I can't say that though.
No, check this out. Look, Monday night Raw, AEW Dark Evolution or Elevation. Forgot what they call it. All right. Tuesday night, you got NXT. Wednesday, AEW Dynamite. Thursday, you got Impact. Impact's moving back to Thursday night, where they should have stayed in the first place. They're moving back to Thursday night. Then you got Friday night with SmackDown and Ring of Honor. So you got
wrestling every day of the week.
Every day of the damn week. So AEW is on their own now. So they're not going to be competing with NXT no more. So now AEW Dark is going to be on Mondays. They're going to be competing with Monday Night Raw. But that's only on YouTube. It's not going to be on TV. It's going to be on YouTube for that. So we get wrestling every day of the week now.
So people can watch both.
So everybody can watch it without missing anything. And, you know, of course, if you got Monday Night Raw, if you got DVR, you can watch Dark on YouTube. You can watch NXT, you know, which is perfect for me because I hate flipping back and forth. Like, it's so hard to watch NXT and AEW. Yeah. I just record both of them. And I'm like, all right, which one had something crazy happen? Okay, the one that had something crazy happen, I'm watching AEW first. Then I go back and watch NXT. But because Karrion Kross was on there and he actually had a match, and I love his theme so much, I was like, all right, I'm gonna watch NXT first. So I watched NXT first, then I went back and watched AEW. And after I was done with AEW, then I went to SmackDown. So I think it's a great move. We get wrestling all week. It just gives us more stuff to talk about. So as we transition over to the NBA, is there anything else you want to cover in wrestling?
Hold on. Yeah, if anybody didn't know, the Thunderdome will be returning after WrestleMania till August 3rd at a new location in Florida.
Yeah, because
don't like it.
Vince McMahon, like, hey, I want to make this money for WrestleMania, but fuck y'all, we going back to the Thunderdome. Like, come on, man. All you gotta do is let fans, and man, fans want to see it. I'm pretty sure fans would not mind going to Florida. They go to Florida to go see AEW. So why can't you do the same thing with WWE?
Yeah.
Or you can limit the fans, putting like 20 or 30. Vince like, look, we can't afford to lose no more money. That's why we had to put the network on Peacock. to make sure we got that money.
I think they should just tour cities that allow fans to come in. Why can't you not do that? I mean,
COVID. Vince don't want to take no risk. He can't lose nobody.
Well, I mean, that's the risk you take, though. I mean, you gotta take something. You gotta take something to get some.
But if that's the case, the AEW could be doing this. But I think they're waiting to see what AEW do. Like AEW, like, well, we ain't doing a virtual thing, but we'll allow fans to come in. They just have to wear a mask. Vince like, okay, AEW was the first to have fans in their arena, or people, you know, even like wrestlers acting like fans, like boo and all that stuff like that. I could do that. It won't the same.
Yeah.
So Vince said, I'll take it an extra step further. I will pay for Thunderdome so people can still see the wrestling and still see fans, and fans can interact and stuff like that for free. Oh, great. We can see a wrestling show for free. Our face will be on the TVs and stuff. Well, what about the actual diehard fans that really want to go see? Like Vince is gonna do it again for SummerSlam. He's gonna do the same thing. Like, hey, ticket sales gonna be there for SummerSlam. But Thunderdome is returning after SummerSlam. You see what I'm saying? Like it's just gonna keep going.
Here's my problem with it. Because when you record something, when you have some pre-tape, like the whole Fiend thing, it's not live. And I don't know if people notice it, but it's like the fans' picture that's on the Thunderdome screens was there earlier. Like I pay attention to stuff like that. I don't know about if anybody else do, but I do.
What do you mean, like early in the show or something like that?
Yeah, it's like pre-taped. So like what they do is they break up the screens from something that's already taped. They record somebody's face basically to make it look like they're watching it. If you like, when you see, go back and watch Fastlane and look at the reactions of the people when the Fiend came through the mat. There was no reaction. Nobody was like, "Oh my God!"
Roger Thomas has ruined wrestling for everyone. I'm gonna take a look at that.
I'm like, no, it's pre-taped. No, it
wasn't me.
Nobody had a.
If y'all want to unfollow RT Productions on IG, you're more than welcome to come follow Living Legend _BJP on Instagram. I will never do that to y'all, especially y'all fans. I got y'all. Roger's a terrible person.
I just had to make light of it. No, it doesn't work. No.
I'm gonna take a look at that because I noticed it wasn't really like a reaction. It was just like
nobody was like, "Oh my God."
Yeah. Okay, I'll look at that. All right, so as we transition to the NBA, but not on NBC, we had the trade deadline that just went past Thursday at 3 p.m. And we had some big people go at a lot of places. We had Vucevic go to the Chicago Bulls, which shocked me because I didn't think the Bulls will ever pick up another All-Star since Derrick Rose.
Right.
But this is big for them. And Aaron Gordon, who was frustrated with the Magic, requested that he got traded last week. And I didn't think it was going to happen, but he ended up getting traded going to the Nuggets. So I'm like, damn, that's good. As we were seeing today, Andre Drummond was cleared from the waivers and supposed to be signing to the LA Lakers as of 6 p.m. this evening. Hopefully he doesn't hit me with the Kawhi Leonard and go somewhere else. But they said that he was very focused and the front runners was going to the Lakers, which is great because we need that. And LaMarcus Aldridge yesterday decided to go to Brooklyn, which now they have seven All-Stars on one team.
Trying to buy a championship. That's what.
As Roger said, they're going to try to buy a championship, and
they're still going to lose.
They're going to still. It's a possibility. It's a possibility because here's the thing. Nobody has chemistry. If you notice with the Brooklyn Nets, the only person that has played almost every game, Roger, was Joe Harris. And he's not even an all-star. Kyrie has his personal reasons of not playing.
Right.
James Harden is the only one that really is putting in work as an all-star for the Brooklyn Nets. Kevin Durant is still out. And I think he's faking it to rest until the playoffs because no injury should keep you out for that long of a period of time. Let's see.
Right.
DeAndre Jordan, he doesn't play defense, and he only can play 15 to 20 minutes a game. Blake Griffin just signed, scored 2 points, only played 8 minutes, and decided not to play the very next night because he wanted to rest. You played 8 minutes.
Yeah.
And scored 2 points with 6 rebounds, but you got to rest. And you got LaMarcus Aldridge comes in, who's been resting pretty much almost every 2 games every time he played the Spurs when he's playing with the Spurs. So nobody's going to have any chemistry when they all get on the court together. It's going to be too many mouths to feed. Everybody's coming off the bench. Like Blake Griffin's going to have to play shooting guard. He's not even going to be starting. LaMarcus Aldridge, I don't think he's going to be starting. So how is this going to work?
It's not going to work. Too many cooks in the kitchen.
Way too many. And everybody's going to want the ball last. So, okay, this goes back to my question I said a few episodes ago. Who takes the last shot? Harden's clutch.
Have to be.
Durant's clutch. Curry, not Curry. Irvin's clutch. Who's going to take it?
I'm giving it to Irvin. I'm giving it to Irvin all day.
If I'm tying the game, I'm going to Irvin or Durant. If I want to win the fucking game and be like, kiss my ass, I'm going either Harden or Durant.
Harden too inconsistent, though.
He is. But if he do that little step back, it's going in every time. If Durant fade away, it's going in. They got too much. So they are supposed to be the fan favorites. It's supposed to be the Nets and the Lakers in the championship. That's what they're getting ready for. That's what the people want. I think the Lakers are going to whoop their ass because the Lakers they know each other's weakness. They know how to play. Yeah, it's fine to have a team full of all-stars. But you see what happened when we had Shaq, Kobe, Gary Payton, Karl Malone. Karl Malone got hurt the very first game of the finals against the Pistons.
Mm-hmm.
They couldn't even get it together with 3 all-stars. With Rick Fox. Couldn't get it done. So you mean to tell me the Brooklyn Nets can do it with 7 all-stars? Like you said, it's too many cooks in the kitchen.
Too many cooks in the kitchen.
I got the Lakers in 5. I think Brooklyn might get 1 game, but that salary is going to hurt them. And I think they got most of those guys for 1 year. I know LaMarcus Aldridge is for a year, and Blake Griffin is for a year, or the rest of this season. I just don't know what's going on with Brooklyn, man. Like, why do you got to pick up all these players? Like, it kind of kills competition in a way, too. Like, even if LaMarcus Aldridge said, hey, I'm going to Portland, I'm like, damn, that's good. Or I'm going to Boston. Ooh, that's good. You know, Boston needs somebody. But everybody piling up going. That's why I was so happy to Drummond, because they was talking about Drummond going to go to the Brooklyn. I was like, bro, if he go to Brooklyn, man, like, they got the championship. They got it. They ain't got no chemistry, but they'll find a way. Like, hey, you just get open and hope you make it.
I don't even want to see the Lakers and the Nets in the finals. No.
I do, just so the Lakers can embarrass them. Because think about it, if the Nets sweep LeBron, they can't really say much. Wow, we won a championship. Yeah. That's the only thing they can say. They can't brag like, oh, we talked down LeBron and AD and Drummond and Schroeder. Like, we took care of them. You ain't really got much to brag on. And LaMarcus Aldridge is almost out the door. He only got maybe 2 years, 2 years left in him. Blake Griffin, with all his injuries, hell, he should have at least 5 years left for him, but he played like he only got 2 left. DeAndre Jordan too.
Right, you're right.
So I think the Lakers are gonna top them, just because Lakers just won a championship and they only got rid of 4 people.
Mm-hmm.
And we gained back 4. Marc Gasol was new to the team. Dennis Schroeder, Wesley Matthews, Marc Gasol.
Yep.
Anyways, besides the Brooklyn Nets, after those trades with Vucevic and Gordon going to the Nuggets and y'all picking up Evan Fournier for the Celtics, who do you think is the biggest threat? Y'all needed a shooter, and I wasn't even pissed about. I just wish y'all would have picked up a big man.
Definitely need a big man, but Philly.
Philly ain't pick up nobody. And BEATZ still out.
I mean, but
and don't you say the White House.
On paper, they all right.
Danny Green pissed me off. What pissed me off about him was he hitting all these threes against LA, but we in the bubble, he couldn't even hit one. I said, come on, Green, all I need is one. He couldn't hit one, wide open. Oh, Kuzma all in his face, hand up and everything, splashing. I'm like, everybody said, even on Twitter, Reddit, it was like, Green could have did that last year. That would have really helped the Lakers instead of making the Lakers struggle so bad. Shoot, the Nuggets almost took us out, man. So as we slide away from the NBA, before we get on the NFL free agency of who made the big moves or so, what's your thoughts on Deshaun Watson's allegations? I know I said a few episodes ago I would love to see him with the Carolina Panthers, and we have that, McCaffrey reconstructed his contract to save some money so we can, get some players. Watson, I'm not sure if y'all are familiar with, had about at least 20 women come out and say that they were sexually assaulted and abused by Deshaun Watson. I think, in my opinion, that is false because they always try to bring down a black athlete. I believe Watson might have this up his sleeve to get out of his contract because Houston doesn't plan on trading him or don't want to trade him. What are your thoughts, man?
It's an unfortunate situation. It's not a funny situation, but to be fair to the women, there's 20 of them. Somebody can't be lying.
Right.
I mean, I think it's a way to stop him from leaving Houston because it's a risk now for a team to take. I think it's still going to happen, but Houston gonna have to come down on that price though.
Exactly.
Maybe
they want too much.
Maybe one first rounder and a quarterback, maybe. But I mean, I hope he gets out of it. Everything comes out for the better. Everybody gonna have their day in court, so that's gonna solve everything. But I mean,
none of them went to the police about it.
It's not criminal. It's civil, so it's about money.
So what if Houston is paying these women saying they doing this? What if it's the actual?
They have to. First of all, who needs that many massage therapists? Let's get that out the way. Who needs that many? Mm-hmm. And my problem is that the NFL needs to do more. Put him on the exempt list. Go ahead and do that. Get that out the way. And Houston, if he's such a good person like they say he is, they need to step up and say something and defend this man. They're not doing anything. Nope. So that makes me feel like it's something going on there with the whole situation. But I mean,
or maybe, Watson did get a masseuse or so. And because the Texans are like, all right, we already lost DeAndre Hopkins last season. We just lost JJ Watt. We can't afford to lose you because we know people are not going to come see no football games.
That is true.
So what if Houston just said, hey, go back and look at all the times he went to go see a masseuse and probably paid these women to say, hey, tell him that he assaulted you or you touched him in some type of way. None of these women went to the police. There's no police record. There's no police report or nothing of him doing this. So it's like, okay, did this really happen? Or is Watson paying these women that he go see to get massages? Say, hey, say that I touch you, I pay you under the table because Houston don't want this on their record. Because guess what? If the same thing happened with Kareem Hunt, he got out his contract with the Chiefs because he kicked the girl and because it was footage of it and stuff. He was on the exempt list and he was kicked off the team. Maybe this is
and we
what
all know how that
Watson
turned
want.
out.
Maybe Watson wants this, but he don't want it because okay, if I touch someone, there's no proof of it, nothing seen, no video or nothing, I can get off. So he get cut by the team because more teams are starting to pursue him because of the more allegations that are coming out. More teams are still wanting him.
Right.
So to me, it looks like, okay, who's playing devil's advocate right now? Is it Watson playing his cards right, or is it the Houston Texans? Like, okay, we're gonna do this just to see who will give us a better trade for him. Like, somebody might be like, well, fuck it, I'll trade, like the Detroit Lions, for example. I'll trade my first round pick and some bullshit for him.
Yeah.
Done. Right. Because we're gonna try to get Trevor Lawrence or something. You never know.
I like in the Panthers instance, give him that 6th round pick. Give him that number 6 pick and Teddy Bridgewater. Call it a day. Even if he's suspended for a year, we still got him for 5 more years.
Exactly.
After that,
and we can deal with PJ Walker.
Yeah, exactly.
I like that.
He's too high of a talent to.
We can get him for cheap too, because the Panthers love getting cheap players. So we can get him for a great bargain. Call it a day.
Facts.
Yeah. So what are your thoughts on the NFL free agency? I ain't gonna cover everybody because everybody went everywhere. Who you think is the biggest threat team wise? To me, I would say the Cardinals with AJ. I would say the Cardinals and Belichick and his Patriots. He was able to get Cam Newton back for a year for cheap, and was able to supply him with all these weapons. Cam loves tight ends. He got him Hunter Henry, which is an excellent tight end for Cam Newton.
Yeah.
You got him receivers. I think Edelman's coming back, I believe.
Yeah.
The Cardinals, you got fucking J.J. Watt out there with Isaiah Simmons. Whew.
But they lost Reddick, so that's gonna kill them. That's
all right. They lost Patrick Peterson too. That's fine.
I can't say the Cardinals. I say Tampa Bay.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Everybody loves Tampa.
I say Tampa Bay. And Tampa and the Patriots. That's really all I see there.
I feel like Belichick went straight to work as soon as that free agency frenzy started. It's all right, time to go to work. And he went and got everybody that he wanted.
Mm-hmm.
And he's going to build something special. Cam Newton has a chip on his shoulder. Cam Newton did not know the Patriots playbook. He now knows the Patriots playbook now. Because it's like he said, it's an old system that they've been running for the last 13, 14 years. He been out because of COVID. So when he came back, he's still trying to learn this playbook because there was no preseason. Cam knows that playbook now. We're going to see some more from Cam Newton.
I think Mickey D's got something special for him.
Mickey D's.
That's what he called Josh McDaniels. He called him Mickey D's. Yeah.
He got something lined up for him. And only thing is Tom Brady's going to know that playbook. But if they switch it up to Cam Newton's liking, Belichick back in the playoff picture. He back.
Yep.
He reconciled whatever was going on with Cam and Belichick and McDaniels and all that. Got Cam Newton back for another year. And that's I said, oh shoot. Cam knew that playbook now. And they don't want to take a risk with a different quarterback. Like, all right, Cam Newton, he's starting to know this playbook. Let's just go ahead and get him back. Get him for cheap. Get some players that he can work with. Tight end that he loves to throw to.
Yep.
That's gonna be my tight end I'm getting. I'm getting Hunter Henry. I'm getting Hunter Henry, dog. I'm getting Hunter Henry because I already know what time it is. and gonna want to run that ball, do whatever he want. Hunter Henry gonna be right there.
Yep.
All right. Anything else you want to cover?
It's expected for that. It's expected for the NFL to go to a 17-game regular season next week. They're gonna finalize it next week. I think, from what I've seen, they are, but because a lot of the players are talking about it on Twitter, how they don't like it, so it's gonna happen.
Damn sure it's gonna happen. So is that gonna shorten out the preseason, or they still having 4 games in preseason?
I think it's cutting out the preseason.
I like it. Do it. They'd be all right. They just mad because now these other teams that might have a chance to get into the playoffs have a chance.
Yep, that's it. That is it.
You don't see no losing teams talking about it. You see like teams like the Saints and Tom Brady, teams like that, like good top tier teams complaining like, I don't like it. But people like the Panthers and stuff like that, they're like, hey, I'll take that. That's another opportunity. So you can make the playoffs 7-6.
Yeah.
Oh wait, no, 7-6. That's what 15 is. 8-6, or 6-8, depending on if you in that sorry ass NFC East. Like, gotta wait. Cowboy fans, y'all might do it. Y'all might end up getting in the playoffs now. Thank you, Commissioner Goodell. Thank you, sir.
Yeah. Makes it more interesting.
Oh yeah. Just like with the NBA, I don't know if you heard, but the how they do in the NBA, the top 6 teams clinch. So, for example, the Hornets, they lost tonight, but last time I checked, they were like the 4th or 5th seed in the NBA Eastern Conference. So, if they clinch, they stay in that spot. If not, between the positions of 7 and 10, they have to play for 8 in the 7 and 8 spot. So, for example, if the 7 and 8 seed, throw some random teams out there, Pacers, Bulls, and then you might have 9 and 10. You might have Boston and the Wizards.
Yeah,
Wizards and Boston will play, and whoever wins what team I said before, Bulls, and if the Bulls and the Magic win, that team becomes a 7 seed. And whoever wins between 10th and the 9th, Wizards and Celtics win, they get the 8 seed.
Okay. I like that.
I think they're doing it that way, or they doing 7 and 10. So there'll be Bulls and Wizards. And whoever wins that gets the 7 seed or something. That's how they're trying to do it. So it's 2 playoff spots. You got 4 teams, so you got to play in to get those 2 spots. So that's how they're doing it this year.
That's interesting.
Yep. I love it because it's a competition. Only thing is, if you like the Lakers, like LeBron said out indefinitely. I was like, ain't no way. LeBron will be out indefinitely. AD is supposed to be coming back. So I said, Lakers probably looking at long as we got between 1 and 6, we good. We go to that 7 or 10 spot, you looking for some trouble because you end up playing a hot team like the Kings right now and end up losing. You ain't getting no playoff spot because the 3 start dropping. Boy,
that's true.
But yeah, that's how they're doing it this year. So they kind of like open it up. So like, okay, teams like the Bulls and Wizards and stuff like that, they could jump in and get a playoff spot. And I have a chance to knock off a team that was playing well, like the Celtics. Yeah. Hopefully the Celtics making the playoffs, but I don't know. I was really hoping y'all got a big man. But it didn't happen. But as we conclude this episode of the podcast for champions, Roger, any last thoughts or anything you want to cover? Anything?
Nah, I think we did good. We covered everything we needed to for this week. But WrestleMania week.
Just wait. I gotta work Wednesday and Thursday, but if I can, we're gonna do a podcast episode or the review of NXT Stand and Deliver. Only that. So you wrestling fans listening out, y'all be ready for that. Our thoughts and reviews on that whole pay-per-view for Wednesday and Thursday. Night 1's gonna be on the USA channel. Night 2's gonna be on Peacock exclusively. Peacock got a news deal going on. So if you're a new subscriber or you want to subscribe to Peacock, you can subscribe for only $2.50. Imagine watching WrestleMania for $2.50.
What's your thoughts on Peacock?
I like Peacock. I like it to the point I ended up paying extra $5 to get the premium because I ain't want no ads. I kept hearing people talking about the ads, and I was like, let me see what they talking about. So I went and clicked on like an old WrestleMania pay-per-view. They had ads in the middle of the pay-per-view. I said, I'll go ahead and pay extra $5. So if you don't want to get that deal, because the $250 is for the premium Peacock. You want to get the ad-free premium, I think it's called, and it's $9.99, same price as the WWE Network. They're still adding new WWE content every day. I check it every day to see what's new. They're still adding stuff. They plan on having everything fully up there by the beginning of August. So don't worry. Your Sunday Night Heat, Saturday Night Velocity, ECW, WCW, NWO, DX, all that stuff is going to be added very soon. It just takes time. It's already on the WWE Network, so it shouldn't take long to get over there on Peacock.
10th floor. And before we conclude, I want to give a shout out to Francis Ngannou for winning the heavyweight belt last night. He did his thing for the black community.
Most definitely. Shout out. I got a lot of love for UFC. I ain't fucking with none of them fighters because I'm pretty sure they'll knock my ass out. They probably kill me in like 2 seconds. So I give a shout out to them as well as boxing. That shit's real. Yep. So don't y'all think, oh, this shit's fake. Yeah. It's the storylines and adding up. Yeah, that's fake. But when they fight, the shit's real. Same thing with wrestling.
It's the hurt business. That's what it is.
Most definitely. I've been a wrestling fan since 8 years old.
Me too. And right around that time.
I stopped watching wrestling for 2 years because Santino Marella. I couldn't do it.
The Cobra.
The damn Cobra. But I started getting back into it probably about right around the time CM Punk, I think, started getting his big push. That's when I started getting back into it.
Yeah.
So it's real. It's real. As we conclude this newest episode of the Podcast for Champions, this episode will be up tomorrow, probably tomorrow night or so. Probably tomorrow. This episode will be up. Make sure y'all check out Monday Night Raw. Make sure y'all check out Dark Evolution or Evolution. I can't remember what they call it. Make sure y'all check that out. Make sure y'all check out AEW Dynamite Wednesday nights at 8:00, same time as NXT. 8:00.
And subscribe to Peacock because this will be the only way you'll watch WrestleMania is on Peacock.
The only way you better watch WrestleMania is on Peacock. Peacock is going to be and for y'all that have WWE Network, your subscription is still good if you've already paid for it. But any subscribers that, if your thing ends like April, because I think network is fully closing on April 4th. But if you already have a current subscription with it, you're fine. But
we need to cancel it, right? We need to cancel the subscription.
It'll just cancel.
Okay.
Yeah, it ain't. I even went on there, man, because I was like, I'm gonna just reactivate because I ain't going no Peacock. Like they ain't even got that option up there, and it already says like mine ended on March 23rd or 22nd or something like that. I went ahead and subscribed to Peacock. I went ahead and subscribed because WWE Network ain't a thing no more. You still watch your stuff now. Like I can still watch it, but after April 4th, no more.
10-4.
So everything's going to Peacock. So Just go ahead and pay. I know it's $250, the special. You can pay that. That's fine. If you want to just do the $4.99, that's fine too. But and Peacock is free. But for you to watch WrestleMania, you do have to pay. You have to pay. So if you want to do the $250, I think the promo's still going on till I think it said April 2nd or March 31st or something like that. $250, but it will be ads. So just go ahead and fork out the extra so you ain't got no ads, because the ads keep telling you about Peacock and some other bullshit. And it's not like Hulu's commercial. It's like long ass commercials. So just follow me, Living Legend _BJP, Roger Thomas, RT Productions on IG. If you want to be a guest on the show, hit up the DM. Me and Roger do plan on putting this episode on YouTube. So if you'd rather have visual effects and see us laughing stuff, then check it out. You can find us on YouTube at the Podcast for Champions. And we will be creating an Instagram page soon. So if y'all don't feel comfortable following us on our personal page, you're more than welcome to follow on the fan page. But it's been good talking to you, Roger. I will see you again in 2 weeks for NXT Stand and Deliver and WrestleMania weekend. We haven't decided how we're gonna do the WrestleMania thing. Not sure if we're gonna do a podcast episode after night 1 and then one after night 2, or just cram it all together on night 2. Not sure if we're gonna be in person. Not sure if we're gonna do this again. Just depending on how things fly.
Right.
So it's been real, y'all. I catch y'all good people. Y'all stay safe. Stay blessed. Roger, I see you in 2 weeks, brother.
See you in 2 weeks, my brother.
All right. 1.